win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Back to the 3. Night, sweetheart. 20.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big run there by Henry. 62 yards on the ground. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now we give to the big fullback use check. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And a nice pickup as this one gets him. To the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Jackson flushed, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Gerald McCoy able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. To throw is Jackson, flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, trying to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's in.
Incomplete on the jump ball. Covered by Jason
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Gun.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This time, Jackson will throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Right there, 54 miles. Let's go, D.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf. 33 yards. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Yeah, I think
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Barner. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Derrick Henry.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the... And the pressure gets to him again. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Jackson now, dancing to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
This is Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. throwing now. Jackson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DK Metcalf. 81 yards. And the Dolphins are able. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one. But this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They will go for it. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. He'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will